Hello, everybody. I hope you guys had a good placement and had a good transition back to classes. I know I found it a little difficult to go from the classroom back to our classroom. Um, but I'm going to be presenting my lesson plan. It's a grade 10 academic science class, and it is on the topic of biology, tissues, organs, and systems of living things. So I'm going to start with the expectations. So the one is to examine cells under a microscope or similar instrument to identify the various stages of mitosis. And then the other one is to describe the cell cycle in plants and animals and explain the importance of mitosis for growth. So the lesson I'm doing is really focusing on mitosis. It's going to be in two parts. I have a handout that I'm going to give the students to start that goes through the 5 stages of mitosis and has the definitions for all of the different terms that are used. So I've attached that on Blackboard as well. So the way my lesson will start is I'll have a little minds-on discussion activity where I tell them that every 7 years, every cell in your body completely replaces itself. So that you are made of entirely different cells every 7 years, and we'll have a little conversation about that. And then after that, I'll let them know that that's not entirely true, that different types of your cells in your body have different lifespans, but the truth is that billions of your cells replicate themselves every day, so that's sort of their application to what we'll be learning. So the lesson will start by having the handout for them, and then on the whiteboard we'll go over what the different stages are, and I'll allow them to ask questions, and that'll get their mind going on what mitosis is and what the different terms are. And then I have an application group portion that's the second half of the lesson. So this is where I have microscopes set up around the perimeter of the class, and they'll each be equipped with their slides of different animal and plant cells already ready to go. And the students will have to look into the microscope and draw a diagram of what they see and try to label at least one section of mitosis in their diagram. And then they will hand that in at the end of the class. So in terms of diversity and inclusion, I'm going to be grouping the students who are a little stronger with the students who might not be as engaged or might not have the same ability to go together for each microscope section. So hopefully that will facilitate some peer learning. Also for students with language barriers, so ELL students, I will be pairing them with someone who can be a scribe for them or provide them with the tools like a Chromebook for translating anything that needs to be. But for the most part, it's pretty visual, so there shouldn't be too much of a language barrier in this lesson. So I've attached a marking scheme as well as what I want at the end of this lesson. I want the students to hand in on their own at the end of the class the 5 stages of mitosis and have it labeled. And then I want one per group of their diagram of what they actually saw as they went on their microscopes as a group. So one individual can hand that in with all the group members' names on it. I attached that on Blackboard as well. So then that'll be good for me to see at the end of the lesson when I go to review how it went, is to see sort of whether or not the individual portion or the group portion, because they're both on the same topic, was done better. And then I can see where I have to differentiate my learning moving forward, whether or not teaching mitosis through an individual method or a group method is better. So I can figure that out when I'm done. And then the other thing that might have to happen is in the microscope slides, I was told that sometimes you can't really tell the stages of mitosis so well from the actual looking of the microscopes. So if that is not working in the classroom, I have a contingency plan to use a smartboard or a projector to put slides that are in better focus up and have them do their diagrams off of the slides on the front board. Hopefully the microscope slides are good and work for them, but if not, at least there's a contingency plan that they can do the group portion as well, if it's not working. And then that's it for this. It's a one day lesson, and it covers all of that. At the end, let them know that the topics you've covered will be available on the unit test or exam at the end of the semester. And beyond that, that's it. All right, thank you.